So let me start out this video by saying what happens to Invincible in this issue is not something to be joked about. What happens to Mark here is something called SA. I'm obviously not going to say the full thing on this video because it will be taken down, but it's really bad, like really bad. So let's jump into it. So we all know what Invincible is by now, right? Amazon have created one of the best adult animated shows of the past decade, excluding of course anime and stuff and whatnot, but going purely on American animation alone, in my opinion, it's the best thing right now. In case you've lived under a rock for the past few years, here's a brief description. Invincible is an adult animated superhero show that revolves around Mark Grayson, a normal teenager, except for the fact that his father is the most powerful superhero on the planet, Omni-Man. He eventually gets his own powers too, but spoiler alert, his father turns evil and kills off all the other strongest heroes and attacking his own son Mark, before leaving the planet and everyone else defenseless, and leaving his family broken. And just a little warning before we start, I will be spoiling some of the comics that haven't been animated yet in the TV show, but it's definitely worth it. Just trust me, keep watching. You're not going to want to miss out on this insane moment. I'm going to give a little bit of backstory to this issue so you can understand the emotions that this scene carries. So in issue 110 of Invincible, Mark is returning from fighting a load of bad guys. The Mauler twins, Angstrom Levy, evil multiverse versions of him, and even against other Viltrumites like himself. He returns home to his house to find Eve waiting for him knitting away. Oh yeah, by the way, Mark eventually breaks up with Amber and gets with Eve, and she falls pregnant. But Eve is mad at him. Rex told her he was dead. He's been gone for 6 months. She couldn't eat, she couldn't sleep, she lost so much weight. She was even in the hospital for over a month, and she almost lost a baby. But Robot told her he killed Angstrom Levy, but then the other Viltrumites overpowered him, and he said that he saw them kill him. He said he saw them crush his head. And she refused to believe it at first, but she slowly accepted it, that it was the truth. She also came to the realization that living as a single mother was the only option, considering how chaotic Mark's life was. She doesn't even wear the ring he gave her anymore. He apologizes profusely, saying he shouldn't have went after Angstrom Levy and it was a mistake. Please don't be angry, he says. But that's the thing, she's not angry. She's glad he's home, but she never wants to see him again. They're through. He's taken aback. He's in shock. He tried to explain that now's not a good time. She's in danger, but she doesn't want to hear any of it. She's not having it, so she tells him to leave. He says he'll fix this, and that he loves her, and then he exits through the window. He soars into the clouds to clear his head, crying all the way up, saying how much he loves her. But he's interrupted by a certain someone. I've been looking for you everywhere. Where have you been? It's Anissa. She's a fellow Viltrumite that has taken a liking to Mark. She's been after him for the past few issues. She thinks he's the perfect mate for her, because of their shared genetic makeup. But Mark refused her advances in the past. She's not listening to it this time. She says her mission here is to procreate, make more Viltrumite half-breeds, to add to their army's ranks, to prevent their extinction. Many of their people have been fulfilling their duties, but she has not. Mark tries to speak, but she stops him. She refuses to mate with anyone on this planet, but she still thinks he's too weak. But he has Viltrumite blood, so he'll definitely do. He's not interested. He's taken. So, bye, he says, and he zooms off, but he's not getting away this time. She attacks, punching him in the back. He says he's not going to fight her, and it's a really bad time for him right now. She doesn't want to fight either. She just wants to rebuild her race's empire. She teases him to see will it work, but he's still not budging. So she speed-loafs him in the face, cracking his nose open. She's tried the human way, but it's time for the Viltrumite way, she says. She cracks him across the face. He braces himself to return a punch, as she goads him into doing it. Crack! Right hook right back. Again and again. Get the message, he says. She tastes her own blood dripping down her face, and she likes it. He's gotten stronger, but he's not strong enough to stop what's about to happen. She's going to push, and push, and push, and push, until... Well, you get the idea. She tells him to stop fighting. It's gonna happen whether he likes it or not. He smacks her back. I don't want this, he screams. She doesn't care. She rips off his clothes and, well, she just violates him like a dog. He's too weak to stop it from happening. And I obviously can't show you what happens on YouTube, so if you want you can go look for yourself, but yeah, it's pretty bad. What did you do, he says. Man up. It'll probably take a few times, so I'll see you soon. She takes off, leaving a naked and violated Mark crying in her rubble. The reason I love Mark as a character is because he was able to grow from this. He didn't just droop his head and, oh, my life is shit, oh, woe is me. He grew. He grew into a better man, a better brother, a better son. And spoiler alert, Omni-Man becomes good again. Sorry. But he grows into just the greatest person you can be. After all the fuck-ups in his life, all the trials, all the tribulations, he just becomes invincible. And what a man he is. What a bloody man. And that is the most effed up issue of a comic I've read in, well, ever really. And to answer your question, do I think they're going to animate this in the animated series? Not a chance. But it is Amazon who made The Boys, so who knows. But I do implore you to read the entirety of Invincible. It's, in my opinion, one of the greatest comic stories of all time. It has everything. Great action, very funny comedic moments, hard-hitting family drama, and world-ending relationships hanging on by a thread. You definitely won't be disappointed. Ever since my girlfriend bought me the big compendiums for my birthday one year, I've been obsessed with everything Invincible ever since. It's 144 issues. If you don't have the time, read one a day or read one a week, if even. It's definitely worth it. Hopefully the show can finish the whole 144 issues without any hiccups, because this legendary series deserves a legendary show. And so far, that's what it's gotten. It seems to be in good hands with Amazon. Here's hoping for the future. So yeah, let me know what you think. Is this the most effed up issue of a comic you've ever seen in your life? Or not? Comment down below and let me know. But for now, peace.